What's up, freedom lover? The topic right now is Elon Musk. Is he a hypocrite? Is he losing his devotion to free speech because he just banned an account? Let's take a look at the details. I'll share my opinion. I have a strong opinion on this, and it might not be exactly what you think I'd think. Also, be curious what you think about this whole story. So, here are the facts. Elon Musk has just banned an account called Elon Jet, which tracks his private jet. Where is it at? Where is it flying? How much is it flying? It's real-time info. Bans an account, but the plot gets thickened. Back in November, Elon sent a tweet out in, promotion of his stance on being strong with free speech. The free speech force runs strong in him. And that tweet said, "My commitment to free speech extends even to not banning the account following my plane, even though that is a direct personal safety risk." That was last month. And now Elon has in fact banned that account that tracks where his private jet is. Some people are saying, well, Elon, you literally said you wouldn't ban this account. Free speech is important, and you definitely wouldn't ban that account. Now you've just banned it. So that makes you a hypocrite. And it also makes you not very free speechy, doesn't it? Before I share my opinion, a couple of the points that are important to consider in this deal. Why would Elon's jet be tracked? Now, it's kind of cool. I think there's a lot of accounts out there that will track various celebrities' jets, such as Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and I'm sure many others. Why they do this, I don't know. But a good that does come from it is people who are typically like sitting on their $10 billion throne talking down to the peasants about climate change. You need to cut down your carbon emissions. Is the private jet ready? Cool, let's go. So it's important because a lot of these folks who preach about climate initiatives, they're not transparent, they're not honest, and quite honestly, maybe not even fully human. So it's good that accounts on Twitter will track where their private jets are and how much they're flying, because that just helps us see the truth about who we are. Which, by the way, if I was a billionaire, I would 100% be flying on a private jet. You can say, well, JP, we have objective proof they're killing the environment. I'd be like, I'm still going to use my private jet, okay? So, nonetheless, that's probably one of the reasons why Elon's jet would be tracking Elon's jet, the account now formerly known as Elon's Jet. But here's something else important for the consideration, which is Elon's personal safety. Now, there is a big overarching rule that's pretty much always been present on social media. Not to say all the rules are valid, not even to say this is valid. Kind of like one of the hardest fast rules is you're not allowed to dox someone, meaning you're not allowed to give away their address, personal details. And usually anyone who would be doxed is someone who some nut jobs in the world would want to harm. That's why we saw a bunch of leftists dock the Supreme Court justices when Roe v. Wade was being overturned. So Elon has a problem with people knowing where he's at, because obviously there's a lot of lunatics in our country that somehow think that him standing up for free speech is bad. They've been brainwashed to think that's bad, so they think it's bad. And some people out there are nut jobs and are willing to do physical harm. Case in point, Elon tweeted, "Last night, a car carrying Lil X, which is his son, in LA was followed by a crazy stalker, thinking it was me, who later blocked the car from moving and climbed onto the hood." So Elon's safety, and probably more important for him, is the safety of his family. That's a very valid thing. And he's saying, if people know where I'm at because my private jet is tracked in real time, then if someone wants to do me harm, that harm is facilitated through essentially the real-time doxing of him. And, and I get that. That's something like nowhere near the notoriety of Elon. Wouldn't it be weird if you needed me to tell you that? Sit down, freedom lover, I gotta tell you something. I am not as famous as Elon Musk. Yeah. I didn't know how else to tell you. Even for myself, if I'm somewhere out with my family and want to do an Instagram story, I'll take the video, but I won't post it then where I'm at that specific location. It's just a common sense, very common practice that anyone in the public eye who has scrutiny on them, they'll practice. Getting to Elon's direct response about people calling him out for banning the account Elon's Jet, which Elon last month said he wouldn't do. Here's Elon's response. Any account doxing real-time location info of anyone will be suspended, as it is a physical safety violation. This includes posting links to sites with real-time location info. Here's the kicker. Posting the location someone traveled to on a slightly delayed basis isn't a safety problem, so is okay. So what Elon's basically saying is if Elon's Jet wanted to say like, hey, yesterday Elon was in San Francisco and then he flew to LA. Elon's saying that's fine because that's not doxing with real-time safety location data. Get that. That's what Elon said. That's what the rule is that he's instituting. But here's the question for the purists out there. Is Elon violating the free speech principles by saying this Elon Jet account, it's banned because it was doxing me with real-time location info? I don't think it is. In my opinion, I agree with Elon here. Let me explain. First, outside of the First Amendment, just talking to social media in general, I do believe that doxing should be one of the few rules that is present because harm can be facilitated through doxing. It happens over and over again. Now, but when you say, well, JP, what about within the context of free speech? Do you even think the account should be banned then? Yes, I do. Because free speech is the freedom of speech so long as you're not committing violence or inciting violence or inciting panic. Doxing someone is a form of inciting violence because we have to remember, freedom of speech is not freedom to commit crimes. There are crimes that are facilitated through words, organizing violence, giving someone's location with the intention of violence being connected to that or committed against them. We have freedom of speech, not freedom to commit violence. So as a lawyer, I do believe, as freedom of speech is written in the Constitution, freedom of speech, so long as you're not using words to commit violence or inciting violence. I think Elon's move actually is protected in our First Amendment. So that's what I think. I agree with him. And certainly I can sympathize with his scare with the crazy stalker attacking the car that had his son in it. But even outside of that, I do think, just being a constitutional purist, it looks like Elon's actually in the right. That's my opinion. But what is your opinion? Do you agree with Elon's move to ban the Elon Jet account? Also, do you think his ban of them was actually constitutionally aligned, or do you think it was misaligned? I'd love to hear your opinion. I've got my opinion, but I love to learn from other people's opinions. So with that said, let me know in the comments. I'll look forward to hearing how you weigh in on this. And until next time, my freedom-loving friend, stay free.